All right. So, hey, Jeff, thank you so much for joining me here today. Really appreciate you um, meeting with me and sharing a little bit about your experience with DRDA and the business advisory uh, division for DRDA. So, Jeff, I'd love for you to just kind of introduce yourself, give us a little bit about yourself and your business and what you do.
So I have a managed IT company. We do IT for other small businesses. Been in the business myself. I bought the business about 15 years ago. My background was software avionics for NASA. Got bored with that, so I decided to do something exciting and have my own business. I bought an existing business, kind of morphed it into the managed. It was doing phone systems, things like that. Morphed it into a managed IT company, and we've grown it over the years. The phone system part is pretty much gone, so we're really a whole new business. And yeah, so we've got 7 employees, so we're pretty steady on the employment side. But yeah, so that's us.
Awesome, awesome. So tell me how you got introduced to DRDA. You've been working with DRDA for a while in other ways.
So they've been doing our taxes, from the
Okay.
get go. So pretty much that's been it. Is just every year, whenever we have to do any filings, I'd get in touch with them and they would do it. And I'd mentioned, I was thinking of selling and wanted some advice, and then I got in touch with you guys.
Okay, awesome. So the way it happened, so you were thinking about doing something with your business, but then you got routed to the business advisory services side of the house to talk to you, right? So when that happened, what can you walk me through what happened at that point?
So I was just looking for, advice on how, what the proper structure would be to
Mhm.
sell and anything else I might need to look at. And yeah, so they routed me to you guys and and just offered an alternative, and just kind of see what I was thinking and what my plans were. So yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And going through that, we actually went through something called a strategic life and business plan together. And we did the strategic focus map, and then we had our 3-year planning session. So you had in your mind what you shared with me that, look, I'm thinking about doing a different thing with my business, maybe transitioning, doing something else. But tell me, what was your experience when you first went through the first one? Just let's take the first one first, right? The strategic focus map. What was it about that was interesting for you, and what did that session do for you?
Well, I think as a business owner, I like to think that I'm long-term thinking, but I'm really not. And I think I just put limitations on myself as far as the growth and, just how much work everything is, and probably look on the negative side instead of the positive side. So I think it just opened my eyes up to how I could change things and have a different type of business, a different type of experience. And just have a different lifestyle really, and lean on my employees a little more instead of me doing all the work. But yeah, just to raise my horizon a little bit, I think, is the biggie.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And I got to be honest with you, I saw, like light bulbs going off and you get these epiphanies as we were walking through, right? The strategic focus map, which is awesome. So then we moved from the strategic focus map to the second part of the strategic life and business plan, and that is the 3-year strategic planning session. So you came into DRDA, the corporate office, and we sat down and had some time together. Can you walk me through how that experience was for you?
So it was good. It was, you reveal a lot, you learn a lot. But yeah, I mean, it just made me re-examine the business, and how I operate and how my employees operate, and the good things we do and the things that need improvement. It's not something that I couldn't do on my own, but I don't do on my own. So it was really good to go through the process and just examine the different areas of business and planning, and look at what could be, instead of just trudging through the same thing, year after year, to look at what it would take to to put a plan together and and change things.
Yeah. Oh, that's powerful. Thank you for that. And so at the end of everything, we put the plan together and you had it in hand and you knew what, next steps would be for yourself and for your business, to change the trajectory of both your life and your business. You made a decision to, one or two ways could happen. You could take that plan and kind of try to implement it yourself, but you made a decision to engage with us and to work with one-to-one coaching. Can you kind of talk to me a little bit why you made that decision to go ahead and say, look, I really need a coach, an advisor to help guide me through this process?
So over the years, every year or so, I get all motivated and I come up with plans and, you know, do things, set up, pay for services, and I never follow through. If for whatever reason, I just lose my steam and it just doesn't work out. And I end up spending money and I don't get anything out of it, for marketing, sales, you name it. And so I know myself well enough to know that I'm not gonna follow through on some of these things. So I get drawn back into the business, the everyday running the business instead of focusing on the future. And so I need someone to hold me accountable, someone to bounce ideas off of. When you own a business, you don't really have too many people to talk to that can relate to what you're doing. And so that's nice to have somebody to, bounce ideas off of, and they can tell you if they make sense or don't make sense or how to improve them. So yeah, I know myself and I know I need somebody to push me a little bit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I've seen, that this has made a difference by participating in the strategic life and business plan and what it's done for you. Here's the last question I'll just ask, or maybe just say this. If there's somebody sitting on the fence, right, and they're like, should I participate? Should I take advantage of going through this process with the Business Advisory Services group there from DRDA? What would you tell them? Someone who's sitting on the fence and trying to make the decision whether or not to do that.
So you're probably like me. You've probably tried things over the years and they didn't work, or they didn't work like you wanted to. And granted, this is another one of those, but it's not like you're alone. It's like you can talk things, you can change things, you can have a plan, you can change your plan. So I mean, the cost is, for a business isn't overly significant. It's more the time, because you will have to put in time. But it it really lets you step back and decide, look at your business a whole different way, and delegate and just decide what kind of business owner you want to be. Do you want to be the business owner who's there every day and has to do everything all the time and help work with all your employees, or do you want to be the kind of owner who can step back and let the business run without you there? It really just opened your eyes. Not a whole lot to lose, honestly. So yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. I wish I'd have done it a little sooner, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, I'll tell you like this, Jeff, the timing was the timing and it was the perfect timing when it happened. So, so grateful to have you as a client of DRDA and a part of the Business Advisory Services family. And I know that the best is yet to come for your business. I see it as your personal coach. I get a chance to see it weekly when we come together, and I'm so excited about the progress that you and your business is making. And I know that all of the goals that you've written down and we've put together and outlined, those things are soon to come to fruition. So thank you so much for sharing your insight, your story, and have a good one, man. Appreciate you.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, take care.